Yeah, definitely. It's woven into our children's book and also the adult book, Beyond the Alaska, where the Yagua tribe, for example, they have a very detailed description of the specific stages of consciousness maturation throughout human life. And they pattern it with nature, so the different stages of how the seed sprouts and turns into a sapling and a tree. And they also parallel it with the 7 evolutionary centers. And so they speak, for example, about the 2 underworld levels, where in one of them there are those deep tremors of the tectonic plates and the earthquakes and things like that, and that relates to this very powerful unconscious forces in our lives that influence our existence. I mean, I can bridge it a lot with Jungian perspective, of course. Um, and then they have a more superficial underground level that has to do with our personal unconscious, if I use Jungian terms, with suppressed emotions and all kinds of content and unprocessed experiences of life. And then they go through the different centers from the earth, from the birth of the seed and the sprouting through the underground. And then they have very detailed description of how human consciousness is moving in parallel to the wisdom of nature that we can see in the forest. And this is not something that I have seen. I've seen it in other tribes in a more general way. But the Yagua tribe system, actually, I find it to be very parallel, very, very similar to the Hindu system of the 7 chakras, for example. And then, of course, the Kundalini snake that is related to the ayahuasca spirit, depicted as a Kundalini moving through the evolutionary centers of our being, through the specific centers of consciousness maturation, is just very synchronistic.